Yes, comrade. We think that this subject could be the key. Patient 0. Yes. She was pregnant. Only a couple of weeks. Yes, we were surprised too. No, she won't tell us who the father is. Based on the intel that our friends in the KGB provided us with, we've got 2 possible candidates. Unfortunately, one of them is already dead. Absolutely, comrade. We've taken every precaution to make sure that Emilieva and her child are safe and sound. We're very curious too. We could be on the brink of something big here. Yes, I will keep you posted.
Dear God, Tanya? She was with child? Our child? And she was this patient 0. They were using her for their experiments from the start.
My little bird, my little sweetheart. Soon you will see the blue sky, the meadows. You will hear the sound of the ocean, smell the pine trees, feel the sunlight on your face. You're a very special boy. You have a bright future ahead of you. I want you to go far, far away from here and be happy. Don't be afraid. I will always be close to you. In your heart, in your deepest memories, find me there.
It's time. We have to hurry.
I love you, my sweetheart. Your mommy loves you very, very much. Now go.
Tanya was kept prisoner here. And her child. Did someone take it away from her?
Yes, this is regrettable. My men are looking into it.
Regrettable? It's a fucking disaster. How could you let this happen? If someone finds out...
Mind your tone, comrade. I was fighting in Afghanistan when you were still pissing in your underwear. Now the boy suffered from acute autism. Couldn't even speak. My bet is he's probably lying in a ditch somewhere. However, he couldn't have escaped on his own. Someone helped him.
Are you saying it was an inside job?
It's too soon for definite conclusions, but yes, I would say so.
So, it must be a spy, a CIA asset.
You KG people see spies everywhere. That probably explains why your arrest records are so high. Saddam is on the brink of invading Kuwait. I'm sure the CIA has more pressing problems than your research. No, this is not the CIA. This is someone closer to home. Don't worry. I intend to find out who.
Look, General, I'm sorry I spoke out of turn before. I really do appreciate your work. You are vital to our efforts. The Duga project and our research, it could be bigger than nuclear weapons, bigger than even the space wars. A lot is at stake here, even the future of the motherland. I already spoke with some of the party members, and...
Let me be frank with you, comrade. The Soviet Union is falling apart at the seams, and I don't think anything can prevent that from happening. I'm not a scientist, but I've seen enough to know that this, ChernobyLite, on the other hand, could be the key to our future. We all have to do whatever's necessary to prepare for it.
So, Tanya had a boy, and he escaped. Was it mine? God, if it was, I can't. Compose yourself, Igor. Looks like the KGB was trying to expedite the ChernobyLite experiments. Maybe they were even hoping that the findings would prolong the life of the Soviet Union. Clearly, they didn't succeed.
Help! Eva! Pomogите! Oh, the devils are coming for me. I can see them skulking in the bushes. They sniff me out, the dirty rats. You have to help me, Mousy. I am the only one who can defeat the Rat King. The junkyard in Kopachi. You hold the fate of the world in your hands. Please, hurry.
Why did Tarakan turn to you for help? He's been here a while. Surely he has other people who can do his bidding. He knows more about you and me than he's letting on. Watch out, my love. What's taking you so long? Find me, love. Why did you abandon me?
Looks like the old loon can handle himself just fine. A trail of dead rats? Well, that can't be a coincidence.
I could use a smoke.
That's a lot of blood. NER must have really worked him over. I hope he's still alive.
I wonder what's for dinner. Hope it's not that fucking pea soup again.
Keep digging. That was our friend you killed. You can thank your lucky stars we're in a hurry.
Don't rush it. I want to watch him sweat away his last seconds before the bullet. For Misha.
If I'm going to act, it has to be now. Ah, shit.
He's behind cover! Flank him! Shoot him! Smoke the motherfucker out! It's us or him, boys! Shoot to kill! He's behind cover! Flank him! Where the hell is he? Anyone have eyes on target? Smoke the motherfucker out!
Divine providence guided your hand. I'm too important to be killed by NAR's minions.
We seem destined to keep running into each other, so you might as well come on board.
Your heart is conflicted, Mousy. I'm not sure what to make of you. You helped me, but I cannot forget that you failed the great rat catcher's test.
You got what you wanted, didn't you? I covered your tracks, and the NAR didn't get into your place.
That's true, Mousy. I'll join you, but you're on probation. Make sure that you don't disappoint the great rat catcher again. Or me, for that matter.
Thank God you're finally here. Wait, you're not from my squad?
Oh, you're perceptive. You seem to be in a bit of a predicament, friend.
You think it's funny? A chunk of the ceiling collapsed and knocked me out. I can't move. I alerted my squad. They should be here any minute.
Well, good luck with that.
Wait. Can you spare a gas mask filter?
Hard to breathe in here, eh?
Yes. My filter got fucked up when the ceiling collapsed. I could use an extra one, you know, just in case it takes the rescue party a while to get here.
Sure. Here you go.
I've got some questions for you, and it's very important that you answer as best you can.
I will certainly try, Mousy.
First, how did you get Tatiana's music box?
She came to me. The woman in the red dress.
She came to you? Where? When?
In my dreams. She has haunted my nights for years. She told me where to find it. The music box. She mentioned you, too.
What did she say, exactly?
She advised me that you could be an important instrument in the fight against the Rat King. She also wanted you to see the music box, to convince you that all this is real.
I keep seeing her too. At first I thought it must be my imagination, but...
No, don't say that. She's completely real. Don't doubt it for another moment.
Why was NAR trying to kill you?
Isn't it obvious, Mousy?
Nothing is obvious to me right now.
I'm the only person who stands between humanity and the Rat King. His minions will try to kill me every chance they get.
Okay, why don't you retire the act for a while? Who are you, really?
What act? There is nothing more real than this. Tarakan is more real than you are.
Does your name have some special meaning?
Tarakan means cockroach. And that is what I am. A humble being reborn from the ashes of Chernobyl's destruction. Tiny, but resilient. I used to be a person like you, Mousy. But when divine providence called upon me to face the Rat King, Tarakan was born.
All right. Good talk.
Hey, Igor. How are you?
I'm all right. What about you? Have you started to regret joining our little suicide squad yet?
No way. I live for this kind of thing. And since Anton's death, it's personal for me now.
Hopefully you won't change your mind. Shadows, NAR, ChernobyLite, it's all a bit overwhelming.
Years ago, I met a young pirate. Just a kid, really. I was part of a team retaking a hijacked cruise ship off the Somali coast. The kid's colleagues chained him to a machine gun so he couldn't escape, and told him to shoot anyone trying to board the ship. He was so scared when he saw us, he froze in place. The chain was too thick for us to cut, and we didn't know what to do with him. There was no way in hell we could turn our backs on a PKM. I could have knocked him unconscious, but a blow to the head with a rifle butt could just as easily kill him. So I did the only thing I could. I unloaded his weapon and broke the boy's fingers. On both hands. To be safe. When it was over, we brought him back to Canada. Trudeau found him a nice foster family. I understand you feel responsible for this mission, Igor, but I also have a stake in this. Trust me, I will do whatever it takes to see this through. Whatever it takes.
Hey there, old-timer. What's cooking?
Nothing much. I need to remember to check the dosimeters.
Ain't radiation a stone-cold bitch? That raggedy-ass old man, the other one, I mean, was rambling about it not too long ago.
About what?
About Pripyat being contaminated even before the Chernobyl disaster. You're a scientist. Is there any truth to it?
Tarakan may not be the most reliable source of information in the zone, but in this case, he might be right.
Explain.
For starters, the choice of Pripyat as a location for a nuclear power plant was a mistake.
Was it? It's fairly secluded. Nothing but woods and swamps. Perfect spot to keep things secret.
Swamps, exactly. Swampland is very poor in certain minerals and elements. Same goes for the vegetation in this whole area. Because of this, the local plants absorb pretty much everything very quickly. Even if it's poisonous, like, for example, the radioactive isotope of iodine. Also, both the Soviet Union and some NATO countries have been testing nuclear weapons like crazy since the 50s, pushing millions of tons of radioactive fallout into the atmosphere.
Right. I watched something about that on YouTube. Castle Bravo, Tsar Bomber, serious shit.
And it only intensified leading up to 1963. The nuclear players wanted to conduct as many tests as possible before the PTBT came into effect.
PTBT?
The Partial Test Ban Treaty, an agreement between the USSR and the West that nuclear testing should be conducted underground only. But hundreds of nuclear explosions had already polluted the atmosphere all over the world, including over Chernobyl. If someone had bothered to take a Geiger reading of the marshes around Pripyat before building the power plant, they'd have found out it was already irradiated.
Unfucking believable.
What's up, my bud?
I was just thinking, Mikhail, how did you get to be so knowledgeable about herbs and plants?
Why? What's so goddamn strange about that?
I never said it was strange. I'm just curious. You created your own compendium. No small undertaking.
I studied a lot, you know.
You studied botany? At what school?
Best fucking school there is. The University of Life.
I see.
Give me that look. You can trust everything I wrote down, to the letter. I've always been into plants and mushrooms. All different kinds. Everything in my compendium has been tested by me personally. So if you've got a problem with any of it, you can stick it where the control rods don't shine.
Really? But some of this stuff must be poisonous.
Well, I have a strong stomach. But yes, I've had my share of accidents. Luckily for me, my stalker friends were there to save me. Adrenaline and gastric lavage are my bosom companions.
Sounds serious.
How else would I know what's edible? It's a little something I call the scientific method. You should check it out yourself sometime. Wait, aren't you a scientist?
Ingesting unidentified plants and mushrooms doesn't sound like the scientific method. It sounds like suicide.
But I'm here, though, am I not? That means I'm right.
Okay, fine. I just hope my stomach is as strong as yours.
This world is doomed, Mousy.
Dial it down a notch. You'll bring the NAR down on us. Or worse.
I can see us all in the devilish clouds, touched by the cold hand from hell. The green swarm is spreading like wildfire, ending everything we know. The Rat King is triumphant, but even he falls prey to the horror he has unleashed.
So, nothing new.
You make fun, Mousy. Well, you do so at your own peril. Tell me, what do you do with something that is broken? Do you fix it, or do you raze it to the ground?
You're talking about ChernobyLite?
I'm talking about the world.
Not sure I follow.
Why do you think the Rat King chose this world for his wrath? It's not because we're so very noble and good, but because we're evil, sinful, and broken. Fundamentally broken. Our actions have invited him in. Since the dawn of time, we've done unspeakable things to our own kind. And to the world we inhabit. Who knows? Perhaps this is our punishment. Perhaps we deserve.
Yes? Deserve what?
Deserve to live our final days in the age of the rat. Either to atone for our faults, or finally be annihilated.
I'm not a philosopher or a mystic, but I believe there's still a chance for us to improve.
That remains to be seen, Mousy. But we are living in the last days. Mark me.
Let me take a look at your gear.
Of course, Mousy.